Today, I'm bringing you guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the current market dip and what I personally think of it. Now, before we get into that, I did want to say a little bit about our membership program because we've always been ahead of the curve, figuring out what's next that's going to be hot. Now, one of our great picks is that on August 9th of 2021, we were recommending Topps Chrome Formula 1 Sapphire and regular hobby boxes. Now we are recommending Sapphire Edition hobby boxes for around $900 to $950 and standard Chrome boxes for around $700 to $750. If you guys are not aware of that, they've absolutely popped off. I believe the Sapphires are roughly $3,500 right now, and the regulars are also up a lot to around $3,000. So definitely a lot of our members have made a lot of money with our picks, especially F1 picks recently. Now, of course, we do a lot of different picks across basketball, football, F1, baseball. So if you guys would like to join in on the program and stay ahead of the curve, we definitely have, some new sports and new things that we believe are going to be very hot in the future. So if you would like to join in on the program, the link will be down below to sportscardsinvest.com. But without further ado, we are going to hop right into this video. So as you guys know, right now, prices are going down at very fast rates. We're seeing a lot of core cards in the market that have in the past been really driving the market. We've seen them do quite badly. I'll be honest, LeBron's Topps Chrome being at $7,000 is not a good sign at the moment. However, I do have a very clear explanation as to why this is happening, and this actually happens at this time, usually every single year. However, aside from 2020 when prices were going crazy, but I will essentially explain, and that main reason, that kind of is causing prices to go down right now is that the National Sports Card Convention is coming up in July. Now, as you guys know, that is the biggest sports card convention there is, and practically everyone I know that collects and buys and sells sports cards is going to be at that convention. Now, however, what that causes every year that we have a national, 2019, 2021, 2022, we're seeing the same thing. Every single year, the months leading into the national is when people are selling the most. We're seeing supply going up like crazy. We're seeing people posting their cards for sale to try to get cash for the national. Now we're seeing that cause a lot of these prices to tank. For example, Kevin Durant's Topps Chrome is down 38%. And across the board, most stuff is down a lot. And this is mostly because, at least from my experience, from being in the hobby for a long, long time, is everyone's looking to free up cash right now. Now, I think it is an incredible time to buy. And in the past, I've always bought in June and July leading up to the National, because as soon as the National happens, everyone's kind of sitting with all this cash of stuff that they have, at least a lot of cash of dealers that are selling cards at the National. And I think post-National is when we start to see the market kind of refine itself. So I think now, given that supply is artificially very high, I think it's a good time to be picking up cards that you've been wanting to pick up and that you've never really seen on the market. And that is personally what I've been doing. Even guys like Steph Curry, who are playing incredibly, are seeing their prices decline. So I think it's definitely a very good time to seek out those cards that you think are going to do very well post-national. Of course, football is going to be big, in my opinion. Before the season starts, we always see guys who are hyped up really start to see a good increase in price. So one example that comes to mind is Patrick Mahomes. I think now is a very good time to be picking up Patrick Mahomes. I definitely think before the season starts, we're going to see some great hype around football, as we always do. But I definitely think buying right now is a very good opportunity because you can also sell at the National. So I think, there's going to be a lot of liquid stuff at the National because everyone's saving up their money for the National. Now, you can take advantage of that if you buy now and you sell to those hungry buyers at the National. So that's one thing I've always done. Even last year when the market was really soft around this time, I was buying up, and at the National, you'll be surprised how many buyers you're going to encounter if you are going to the National. So I definitely think if you're one who's sitting on some cash right now, and you want a little quick opportunity, buying now, selling at the National is probably going to get you a steady good return on your investment. I definitely think if you're buying at shows currently, you can get some very good deals. I've personally been buying a lot of wax, basketball wax especially, I think is, got great opportunity, and it's actually holding up a lot better than practically anything I know in the market. I've been investing in boxes like these, very rare Prism basketball boxes, Giannis year, Kawhi year, all these different years, and they've been doing very well for me, and they're more steady. So I think that's definitely something that, is something to look out for. I think as breakers continue to buy into these boxes, supply continues to go down, and even in a time where every single card, basketball-wise, is going down, we're seeing boxes go up. So I think that's very, important to look at, especially if you're, a breaker, or if you're a guy who's trying to buy and has connections to breakers. I think you're going to do well with all these latest Prism wax. Of course, National Treasures. I think you're going to see some good returns on these. So I definitely think now's the time to buy. If you are interested in joining in on our program to get some more guidance, the link will be down below to sportscardsinvest.com. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.